Happy Friday.
What's up, folks? We made it through another one.
Indeed. Danny Boy, Bill Corpus Crispy with you.
What's going on, big guy?
You know, um, I'm stoked. On my television station, we interviewed Mike Love of the Beach Boys.
Really?
I kid you not. It was kind of cool. It wasn't in studio, it was over Zoom, but it was kind of cool with him talking to um my anchor and everything. So it was kind of awesome. They're promoting the tour and everything. Um,
Yeah,
so
I
that's
I
a highlight of my week, you know?
that's pretty cool because I've actually seen the Beach Boys in concert.
Oh, that's yeah,
Well, it was right now it's just basically him and Bruce Johnson and I think Al Jardine too.
right,
Now that all the Wilsons have passed on,
right.
R.I.P. Brian Wilson.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
which I'm
Yeah.
really shocked at the Grammys this year. They didn't have like a tribute to him.
I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how to respond to that. Other than shame on you. But
Then then what?
shame on you.
Yeah, because come on, like this is a man who the Beach Boys album Pet Sounds, Paul McCartney of the Beatles called that his absolute favorite album of all time.
And that obviously, like if you get the seal of approval from a guy like Paul McCartney, like that's a big deal.
No, one Christmas he bought all of his children Pet Sounds, and he told them, "You will not know good music, and you do not know good music until you listen to this album."
Yeah.
So yeah, like come on, Grammys, why didn't we pay tribute to Brian Wilson? But no, that's pretty cool that your network got to interview Mike Love, even though I heard he's a little.
But you know what? He seemed very nice. Um, when during the interview and stuff, I mean, he took a lot of requests from a lot of people in terms of like messages and all that stuff. So, um, yeah, so it was fun. It was fun, cool to see him, and he looks good for his age. I'll tell you that much. You know, so highlight of
I,
my week. A celebrity was on my television station. It's a rarity nowadays. But in any case, happy Friday, everybody. 490, Bill. We're 10 away from
Ten,
500.
10 away, bro. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
We appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for always joining us on the YouTube channel and, of course, wherever you get your podcasts. If you, in fact, that's where you listen to our show, sponsored as always by the Dugout of Millwood. And Bill, it's that time of year. It's a little calm.
We're in the desert right now.
Yeah.
Like football's been over for a couple weeks. The Olympics just wrapped up last
Yeah.
week. We got basketball and hockey. Hockey's back after the
Mhm.
Olympics. Basketball's in
Yeah.
full swing.
No,
The
not good.
Knicks
Not good.
are
Knicks are okay.
Knicks are
The
doing okay.
they had a horrible loss in Cleveland. Was not happy about that. Um, the Rangers lost in overtime. That's where we are with the local hockey stuff.
We're
Um,
basically in a giant desert right now.
yeah. Um,
We're basically in a giant desert.
yeah.
Things are quiet.
Ross Mason is iffy about everything. You know,
He's iffy about everything.
he's very sad about the Rangers, but the Knicks though. pumped up. So it's like we miss you, Ross. Come back to the network.
Please come back. But
Mhm.
anyway, dude, yeah, we're in that strange. I've always said from Super Bowl Sunday to Selection Sunday is usually like dry time.
Right.
It's usually like dry time. But we had a little. This time wasn't too dry when we had like the Olympics, so we had a little bit of a kick in our step. But now this is dry time. Well, spring training is going on. World Baseball Classic starts what next week?
Yeah. Can't wait to see Aaron Judge. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. Can't wait to see Aaron Judge play for Team USA. That's gonna be fun. Um, and it's gonna be fun to see, you know, all these baseball players play. Though I'm not very happy with Team Puerto Rico's roster because a lot of them couldn't get insurance on their player contracts, so they'll be foregoing it. Francisco Lindor wasn't going to play anyway because he hurt his hand. So, but still, like, I'm still kind of bummed that Puerto Rico won't necessarily have all their best players playing, even though they have a good lineup, not necessarily all the best players. So, but Team USA got some pretty good lineup there. I have to say. We'll cover everything World Baseball Classic. I know Mike and Mark, they still got to do their rosters and their the native tongue of the team.
Yeah,
Um,
so fortunately slash unfortunately, depending on which camp you're in, you don't yeah, we're not gonna be butchering any Spanish today. So I
yeah.
actually thought I did pretty decent.
Um, I got the seal of approval from mom, even though it wasn't very good Spanish, but it was a nice attempt at Spanish. So um I'll take
What did
I'll take I'll take the seal of approval, even though I'm not very good at the language. But
did your mom see me speak Spanish and wonder what she thought of that?
I haven't really asked her about your Spanish. It was sort of we were sort of giving each other shit about how I was speaking it because I don't speak it very well. So it's like,
Dude, I have like if it makes you feel better, I have like Dora the Explorer level Spanish.
God,
I know like very basic Spanish.
right.
It was enough to get me through high school, through ninth grade Spanish. So
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I guess I'm around the same level as you, but because I've been around Hispanics my entire life, I guess I know a little bit more. I mean, it's not even it's not crazy more though. It's not like, I'm fluent or anything. Like but certain words like they pop up like, oh yeah, like I understand what this sentence is if I were to read a billboard in Spanish. Like,
I know what you mean.
yeah, but in any case. Um but yeah, the sports scene's kind of calm right now.
Yeah,
Nothing
sports
crazy
scene's
has
kind of
happened.
dry. That's why we're talking about Mike Love and attempts that we cannot speak Spanish for our life.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were some things that happened this week,
Hmm.
and what is we saw on is what we saw on this week was the State of the Union,
Hmm.
which we won't give our opinions on that unless you want us to give our opinions on that.
No,
Um,
there's another show. You can watch MS Now or News Nation for opinions or Fox News and all that stuff.
yeah, don't.
Um,
Yeah, we're
but
just here to give you sports. We're not here to.
yeah.
But this is the time where sports and politics do cross over.
Hmm.
The men's hockey team
Yep.
was there.
Yep. They were honored by Donald Trump at the State of the Union. Um, with their gold medals and stuff. And not only did that, but they also went to the White House. They hung out there for a little while, as promised by Donald Trump that they would, that they would show up and everything. They were honored with more medals and stuff. It was cool. It was a cool moment, um, to be honored by the president. Look, regardless of how you feel about Donald Trump and everything, being honored by your president is something that you can't, you know, take away. Like, it's a good moment for U.S. hockey. Um, First time nearly 5 decades that they win a gold medal at the Olympics. It's a big deal. It's a very big deal for the country. So, um, that was actually one of the better moments of that State of the Union. I'll tell you that much. There wasn't a lot of good moments, but that was one of the better ones.
No, I
But,
agree.
but of course, Bill, we can't talk about Trump and U.S. hockey without talking about the phone call from Cash Patel's cell phone that Trump was talking to the U.S. men's hockey team after they won the gold medal and they were celebrating and everything. They had beers in their hands. And Donald Trump, um, of course, making the comment about the U.S. women's hockey team. I have some video for you if you want it, but obviously people have already seen it. Like it's
Well, in the words of the great Warner Wolf, let's go to the videotape.
yeah, but yeah, this came out um like I think the next day it started surfacing again, and this is what Donald Trump um during the locker room speech. This is what Donald Trump had to say about U.S. women's hockey.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Now, we'll do it at the White House anytime. What would really be cool, and we'll do the White House the next day, we'll just have some fun. We have medals for you guys. And we have to, I must tell you, we're going to have to bring the women's team. You do know that. I do believe I probably would be impeached, okay? But anyway, if you could work that out, I would be honored to have you. I'll introduce you to the whole...
I got it, boss. I got it.
All right, Reggie boy, what are your thoughts on that?
Of course, the men were laughing and everything. It caused a massive outrage.
Backlash.
Uh, People from the women's team, they weren't too thrilled about it. A lot of women in this country weren't too thrilled about it. A lot of people in general. Um,
Like if he
I,
just I'm sorry, go ahead, Reggie.
it's not a good comment, dude. It's not. It's not a good comment.
All he had to say was, "Hey, I'm proud of both of you, both of our U.S. hockey teams. Hopefully, we can get the women over there because I want to celebrate both of your guys' accomplishments." If he just said that, I think that would be totally fine.
It is remarkable how this guy, and look, sometimes he does it on purpose, sometimes he's just dumb. And I think this is just him being dumb. It is remarkable how this guy continues to drop the ball on the social messaging in this country. It is absolutely insane that he continues to just say the wrong things. And I'm trying to be fair. Look, I give all presidents a chance. I try to see, positives and all that stuff. It's amazing that this man can never say anything right. Bill, you nailed it. Why couldn't you just say, I'm proud of all of our Olympic athletes? Forget just the hockey team. all the Olympic athletes that have medaled, that have participated, that represented our country. That's another thing that the Republicans were pissed off about. There were some Americans, American-born Olympians that represented other countries. You know, like you couldn't even just say, hey, we're proud of you folks. Y'all won the gold medal. The first time in history that the men's and women's team won gold medal in a single event. Like, it's simple, but yet it's not simple enough for Donald Trump. And look, I understand that it was just a joke, but it's not a good joke, Bill.
And should the men be sort of be looking at cross-eyed because they were
Yeah, I mean they were chuckling, they were laughing and everything, and
well, you know what? I have a couple of theories. One, they were probably you saw
yeah,
the certain beer that is not sponsored
yeah,
that was there, thinking, okay, maybe they, and then this doesn't excuse them, but thinking, okay, they celebrated, they maybe a lot of them maybe had one too many beers,
yeah,
and maybe they were just drunk at this point from celebrating, which again doesn't excuse them.
right.
Or maybe it was just kind of like a nervous, polite chuckle, like,
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I'm trying to be fair to the men. I
like I
really
want to
am.
be fair too. Like I can understand why
Well,
people are upset at that comment.
yeah, I'm
I can
not.
see
I'm
why
not.
it can be interpreted as sexist.
Yeah, like I'm not necessarily upset with the men because they didn't do anything wrong. Because I'm trying to be fair to them because I don't think they were expecting the president to say something like that during his speech to them in the locker room. I don't think they were expecting him to make such a mockery of the women. I
Because
I don't think that that's what they um were expecting. And of course, in the moment, like it, it's it's hard to uh balance everything out and try to react in the moment. And you just won, you're celebrating and everything.
you know, again, they probably had some beers, they were celebrating,
Yeah,
they probably had one beer too many, and they were probably just stupid drunk. But you know what? And like, listen, I'm not angry at the men's hockey team. Again, they were probably drunk. Maybe they were just caught up in the moment. Maybe they were just caught up in the moment. Like what Trump said was, dude, my dude, not good.
unnecessary. It's not necessary, dude. Like, not everything has to be political. It's a sports moment.
And they made because you know what? But you know what? I also wanted to say this. Let's live in an alternate reality for a second. Let's say in 2024 Kamala Harris won. And let's say she did the same thing for the women's team. If she called them and said, hey, got to invite the men too, do you think there would be the same amount of outrage?
I think the men would be outraged.
I think they would too.
Like, because it doesn't matter. Like,
And
it's
like,
it's
listen,
not a good comment either way.
I have my feelings about the current White House occupant,
Yeah.
but you know what? I think the end of, and I'm going to catch a lot of flack for saying this. I think when, because we just saw with the Olympics how the men's hockey team were there at the State of the Union on Tuesday night, and they were at the White House, and Trump and the women's hockey team
They were in Vegas.
they were in Vegas, like they were invited to come to the White House, but they declined. And then like not even the Olympics, like the Seattle Seahawks recently declined an invitation to come to the White House. Like I was actually talking about this with my mom the other day.
Yeah.
Like I think like the whole thing, teams coming to the White House, is just symbolic. Like, and I don't know how I feel about this, right? I want to get your take, but I feel like, okay, when they're just inviting you, it's not like they're asking you for policy making advice.
Right.
All they're doing is they're going. He's there. Shake his hand. Shake everyone's hand. Congratulations. They say thank you, Mr. President. They say thank you, Mr. President, and then they go on their merry way. And, they probably have like lunch or dinner or something, and they probably just hang out.
Yeah.
But it's not really it's political in the sense that it's the White House. It's where the head of state lives.
Yeah.
But it's
But
not really a political thing.
yeah, I mean, I don't care whether people go to the White House or not. That doesn't bother me.
And listen, if teams don't want to go to the White House, if that's their choice, then that's their choice.
yeah, and I think everyone should be okay with that. But like, I'm not gonna lose sleep over teams that want to be honored at the White House. Like, no, you should go to the White House and be honored. You know?
And just because you're going to the White House, that does not mean you fully endorse what whoever it is, whether it's Trump, Biden, Obama, Bush.
And I'm certain there has been many people over the years that have gone to the White House, whether it's under both Bushes, or whether it's Clinton, Reagan. Like, I'm sure they visited the White House to be honored by the president. And I mean, many times under Bush, a lot of teams went there. And like, I don't remember anything about politics coming up. Like,
Like a recent one I can think of is when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl the second time, and Harrison Butker, if you know anything about Harrison Butker, he's not a Biden guy. He's very right wing.
yeah,
And or the Kansas City Chiefs, I think the Hunts, I think they're pretty conservative. I think one of the daughters is going to be speaking at a TPUSA conference in the not so distant future. And they're pretty conservative, but you know what? They were invited by the Bidens after they won the Super Bowl, and they gracefully accepted.
yeah,
And like, listen, I'm sure the Hunts and Harrison Butker don't agree with Biden's politics,
yeah,
but they showed up and said, okay, hey, you know what? We may not agree, but we are accepting this invitation. And like here's the thing. I think when teams win championships and they get invited to the White House, I don't think it should be made political.
yeah,
Like here's what I think. Again, it's if a team says, you know what, we're not going, then that's their choice. And that's their decision. If it like what happened with the Seahawks, if they want to say we don't want to go, then you guys don't want to go. But I think this whole thing has been made political. But I think what Trump said on that phone call was very inappropriate.
yeah. It was not appropriate. Um,
I think
but
that was
again,
inappropriate.
I'm not gonna hold the men accountable for their laughing, because I don't know if they were expecting that. And one of the things that I've been hearing a lot of these interviews, as the men, they're being absolutely pummeled by the media with with all this talk and everything. One of the words that keeps coming up is whirlwind. And they're right. Like, it probably was an in the moment thing. Everything's happening so fast. They're celebrating, they're at a high and all that stuff. Like, you have to understand that in the moment, yeah, you're not gonna necessarily react the way that you should react. And that's just human nature.
And here's what I will say, and I'll say this again. You know what? Get one of these hockey players to get interviewed,
Yeah.
or get anyone there who was laughing, get them interviewed. And I guarantee you, 95% of them would probably say, I don't think any of them are going to say, "Yeah, those women, put them in their place." I think it would be. I think a vast majority, if not all of them, would probably say, go, oh, we were we were drunk. We were a little in the moment. What he said was kind of inappropriate, and we apologize.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them didn't apologize. That's part of the problem too.
I think, guys, fellas, you need
Yeah.
to apologize.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
You need to,
And
like, just
I think
because you know what?
one of the players who plays on the Bruins. I'm not good with hockey names, but like I think one of them did express regret and stuff, but a lot of them were, saying, oh, it was just happening in the moment. People were making too much of a big deal out of it. Um, that's a lot of the messaging. And again, like I'm not blaming the men. Okay, I agree with them actually that this is something that they weren't expecting, that in the moment just happened, and I think that you need to cut them some slack a little bit. But at the same time, for you guys to not apologize to the women, like I think it's like it's adding to the problem that's already big enough, like that those are your women counterparts and they won the gold medal. Like we should be celebrating everybody.
Yeah, I agree. We got to celebrate everyone, and no, I think more players got to come out and take responsibility and just say,
Yeah.
"Listen, we were
And
drunk. We were
exactly. And it's
maybe we
not a
were a
big
little caught
and
up in
it's
the
not a
moment.
big deal. It's
We're
not a big
sorry."
deal,
And like, listen,
you know?
if you just say, "Okay, I had a few too many beers. I was drunk. I did something stupid. I apologize," and that's the end of it.
Like we're not look, we're holding the president more accountable than the men's hockey team,
And like, listen,
you
I've
know?
had moments when I've had a few too many beers and I've said and done stupid things.
Yeah. I mean, we've all said and done stupid things.
Whether you're drunk or sober, I've done and said stupid things, but you just go, okay, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I apologize.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's what I put this more on Trump than I do on the men's hockey team.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
but the men's hockey team, you're not helping yourselves here, though,
exactly.
fellas. You're not helping
Yeah,
yourselves.
exactly.
I think you just need to say, we're sorry, we had a few too many beers, or we got a little caught up in the moment. We apologize.
And
If they just
believe
said that right in the moment, this
yeah.
whole thing would have been blown over.
Yeah. Well, I think on the men's end it would have been blown over. Donald Trump is he's lost. He's an idiot. He'll never get a pass. I'm sorry. Like, that's just not how the universe works with as long as he's in the White House. Like he'll never get a pass for that. For that rhetoric, for that language and all that stuff. Um but yeah. How in the world this country continues to disrespect the women, the female athletes and everything? It's it it's unreal how we are living in a world where women are succeeding and yet we're making a mockery out of it. Like, what are we doing? You know, um,
Yeah, but
it's a shame.
it's an absolute shame what's going on right now.
Yeah. Um,
And again, I hold Trump more accountable than I do the men's team. They should
yeah.
just admit, yeah, we screwed up, we got drunk, we're sorry.
Yeah. And honestly, as long as because I truly think there were some good men on that team that have a lot of respect for women, right? So yeah, it's a shame that very unfortunate that this took place. And the fact that it took a while for some of the men to come out and say it was not okay, like that's the part that can be pretty frustrating too. Um, Sucks. Very unfortunate. a historic moment that happened for our country. And this is the spectacle that happens. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, and I this is kind of like overshadowing us. I don't know, winning the gold medal.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, yeah, like I
And
said,
shame on the president. Honestly, shame on the president for for he's I hate this guy. I really do. Like I don't understand what he drops the ball every single time with the messaging. It is unbelievable.
this is just, and listen, these are our own opinions. They do not reflect the opinions of the network, but
Yeah.
yeah, that was just plain, just stupid.
Yeah.
That was just plain stupid that he did.
Unreal how he continues to drop the ball.
So yeah, that's what's going on there. But anyway, while we were talking about that, got some uh got some breaking news.
Mhm.
The Cowboys are placing a franchise tag on George Pickens, securing his rights through at least 2026. Yeah, that's how slow of a news day it is.
I think they'll resign.
Yeah, I think they're gonna re-sign him too.
Yeah.
I wonder what our resident Cowboy fan Mark Olafsky Halpern thinks.
Well, I'd be pumped up, like, you know.
Exactly. Okay, so moving on. NFL Combine is this weekend, or then this week.
Yeah.
And anything interesting going on in there?
I mean, the Jets are looking at a bunch of defensive players because they traded Jermaine John or they will eventually trade Jermaine Johnson to Tennessee. They get a defensive player back, by the way. Um, but it's looking more and more like that the Jets are going to pick someone on defense. I'm looking at Arville Reese, linebacker, big time guy. Um, yeah, nothing crazy at the combine. I mean, I guess my hope here, if I'm New York, and I don't know if you feel the same way about my team, just get the right guys in the building.
Absolutely.
You know, Jets have had a lot of success looking at these players at the combine. Like a lot of these draft picks have been pretty stellar. Shame that they can't succeed in New York with the Jets. I'll tell you that much.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like thinking Giants just get the right guys. If they need a linebackers, or we can get Arvell Reese, or we can get Sonny Styles for linebackers, for wide receivers.
Yeah.
Cornell Tate from Ohio State, Makai Lemon, Jordan Tyson, Makai Lemon from USC, Jordan Tyson from Arizona State. Who they gonna get? Tight end? Are you gonna draft a new guy in the tight end? Are you gonna go for Mr. Kelsey? I said this the last time, Reggie Boy. I think Steve Tisch is hoping they go for Travis Kelsey. Therefore, Taylor Swift comes, and everyone's gonna stop talking about me with Jeffrey Epstein.
Exactly. Because
Look, we got Taylor Swift. No more talk about me and Epstein. Okay, that's done. No more Epstein talk.
yeah.
But yeah. So, God, what a slow day.
Yeah.
What a slow freaking day.
It's all good. It's a tough time.
This is again, March Madness is coming in Selection Sunday's in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have a bunch of conference tournaments coming up the next couple weeks, so that should be pretty exciting.
That's always fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
March Madness is coming, folks.
Yeah.
You ready for the mad?
Always.
Ready for the madness? Okay, so Reggie, is it time for top five?
It is time for top five.
Top five. All right, Reggie, what is our top five this week?
So the top five stadiums with the best crowd. So I'm thinking crowds that are so energetic and it brings its own dynamic and the atmosphere is crazy for the opponents. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay. All right, I'm just winging it here.
So am I.
Oh God, we're gonna get sent to detention again, aren't we?
Not if I have anything to say about that.
Wait, you outranked them.
Exactly.
We'll put them in detention, see how they like it.
Exactly.
But anyway, okay, my number five, I'll start off. My number five, it's kind of like one of the more mellow ones, but that's why it's number five.
mm.
Camden Yards.
Okay.
Because you know what I really like about because I've been there a couple times. Have you, Reggie? Because you live in that area now.
I've walked past it.
One of these days, Reggie boy, I'm coming down there. We're going to a Yankees O's games at Camden. One of these days.
Sure.
We're doing it. But no, I think what I like about the crowd is they get really into it, like during the national anthem, that last "Oh, say does that star spangled," and the crowd will go, "Oh."
Yeah.
Some people find that annoying. I kind of find it amusing
No, I think it's patriotic, actually.
because the O's, oh, and then the let's go O's.
Yeah.
And, of course, and here's something because the times I've been to Camden Yards, their seventh inning stretch is actually a lot of fun.
hmm
Their seventh inning stretch is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
They do the John Denver song, Thank God I'm a Country Boy. Have to take me out to the ball game. They do Thank God I'm a Country Boy, which is a lot of fun. I'm not a big country music guy, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my number five. Reggie, what's your number five?
My number five. Um, my number five is Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a Knick game? Have you ever been to a Ranger game?
Oh, the Rangers. I've never been to a Knicks game, but I've been to a Rangers game.
Yeah. Have you ever been to any type of big event at Madison Square Garden, especially with sports, Knicks and Rangers? That crowd gets loud when, especially during playoff time. Crowd gets loud, and it's sometimes hard to hear. Um, like even on a slow game, like one time, me and my brother we saw the Knicks play the Portland Trailblazers, and um, Nate Robinson went off for like 49 points, and he also had the game tying layup that sent the game into overtime. Like even on like little stupid games like that, the crowd gets into it like it's nothing, bro. Like it is an absolutely amazing, amazing atmosphere. If you've ever been to Madison Square Garden, first of all, that should be on everyone's New York bucket list, going to MSG. So
I've been there for I've been there for Ranger games. I've been there for concerts. I've never been to a Knicks game. Like, I just realized that is the only sport I've never. I've been to baseball games, I've been to football games, I've been to hockey games. I've never been to an NBA game.
Yeah. You'll never, you won't regret going to Nick game. Nick games
No,
are
I would love to go to a Knicks game.
a lot of fun. And then, of course, come playoff time, it just goes up 90 times. Everything just gets better and better and better.
It does
Um,
get better and better.
So my number 5 is MSG. What's your number 4, Bill?
Okay, my number 4, another baseball park, another in the AL East. I as much as I don't like this team as a Yankee fan, I gotta give them some love. Fenway Park.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a Yankee fan, but you gotta admit Boston fans are passionate.
Yeah.
Boston fans are very passionate. And when I went to, you all know the story, when I went to the Yankee Red Sox game at Fenway, they get very intimidating when they start to go, Yankees suck, Yankees suck. And y'all know the story. When Yankees are down at this game I went to, Yankees were down by a run, 1 strike to go, and then an RBI double, which drove in the tying run, and me and my buddies were all like, "What was that? We couldn't hear you." But no, like they're passionate, they love their team, and being at Fenway Park, that place goes absolutely insane. And I think what's the thing is like how the Orioles have Thank God I'm a Country Boy for the 7th inning stretch. In the 8th inning, the Red Sox do, of course, Sweet Caroline, and the whole crowd just gets into it. Even me, standing there in my Yankee jersey, when they did the Sweet Caroline, and the crowd, bomb, bomb. And then your times never seem so good. And the crowd, so good, so good, so good. Okay, they stole that from the Rangers, but what are we gonna do? Um,
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned that because people keep saying, "Oh, it started in Boston." No.
well, I think the reason why it's like with Boston is because the song is allegedly about Caroline Kennedy,
Okay.
who is the Kennedys are, of course, from Boston. So I think that's where they interpreted that.
Yeah, but no. Like, no. In any case, number 4 for Bill is Fenway Park. Number 4 for me is Fenway Park.
We swiped right.
No, it's an intimate. Look, I've never been there, but it's very intimate, very personal atmosphere. It's small, obviously, and like when Fenway is rocking, it's rocking, dude. Like my ears get blown out watching it on TV. You know, so yeah, I'm with you on Fenway, and I love Sweet Caroline, by the way. It's a great
I
song.
don't care what people think. That song is awesome.
Yeah.
But no, that song is Fenway is always fun to go to.
Yeah.
My number 3. Who I gotta think of it. Number 3. Um. This is a tough one. Um. You want to do number 3 whilst I think of one?
Sure. Arrowhead.
What?
Arrowhead.
Oh, good one.
I've been outside Arrowhead.
Oh yeah, because your brother lives in Missouri.
And I could feel the energy of the stadium from the outside. No, I mean the fact that it can get so loud in there and the fact that it can really mess teams up makes it such a great atmosphere. That when Arrowhead got quiet during the season, Bill, it shocked me
Really?
because of how poorly the Chiefs were playing.
So Arrowhead's your number three.
This is my number three. Yes.
You know, my number three is Lambeau.
Okay.
Because hey, that crowd there, they love their Packers.
It's true.
They love their Packers. They have the cheese heads on. They're having a damn good time.
Yep.
They're having a damn good time. So that's why my number three is Lambeau. All right, Reggie boy, you're number two.
My number two is Lumen Field, Seattle. Oh, you gotta go with a 12 man. I mean, have you ever seen how loud it gets? Like, because they measure how the sound is and everything. Um, it's nearly impossible to play anything over there.
Wow.
At least not without um, you know, issues. All right, Billy Boy, two.
My number two is Arrowhead.
Okay.
Like, that team, that stadium is absolutely loud. It's vibrant when they do the. I really don't want to do it the tomahawk chop because I don't want to be accused of cultural appropriation. But no, that is like just so much fun, and you could tell how the Chiefs have been so good over the last few years, except this year when they didn't make the playoffs. Because remember, bro, when the Chiefs lose, guess what happens?
America wins.
America won this year, Reggie. America won. In our 250th year. So God bless America. Down go the Chiefs. But no, that stadium, you could tell they are just really into it. They are just absolutely into it. And you love every second of it. All right, Reggie, who's your number one?
My number one, the old Yankee Stadium.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not the new one. New one sucks. The old Yankee Stadium was, I mean, Bill and I, we experienced this as children. Because that was another stadium where it didn't really matter what night it was, like it was always full. So like the crowd's into it, Yankees are winning. Every time there's a home run, your ears blow off. Like everyone's excited. God bless America in the seventh inning. Everyone's singing. No one sings God bless America anymore at Yankee Stadium.
Well, they had the Robert Merrill tape, but
Yeah, it's not the same. I like the Kate Smith version a lot. And again, I'm not saying what she did was wrong, was right or wrong or anything. It's not bad.
well,
It's a song. Like, like
no, my actually favorite version of God Bless America at Yankee Stadium is I don't know if you're familiar, is the one by Irish tenor Ronan Tynan.
that one was okay. He's okay, you know.
Well, I think, someone like me who grew up listening to a lot of Irish music, I have a little bit of bias.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because my grandmother always used to play him, and no, like I always liked his. And I no disrespect, and me with Kate Smith, that has nothing to do with what happened. I just growing up around listening to Irish music constantly, I loved Ronan Tynan's version of God Bless America. And like that's like so cool. It's like the Yankees could just call him anytime, like, hey Ronan, you want to sing tonight? Okay, see you at 4.
Yeah,
But hey, you know what? Agree to disagree.
yeah. But in any case, No, old Yankee Stadium, it had passion, it had toughness, it had swagger, you name it. Like everything about it was great.
Like, I
And
like the new Yankee Stadium. Like, I'd go to Yankee games. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't be going.
right. It's not the same.
I just find it boring.
Yeah.
I just find it boring. I feel like
Well,
most New York sporting venues, I find Yankee Stadium and MetLife kind of boring.
yeah.
I haven't been to
Well,
Barclays. The Garden, it's the Garden. We don't have to
yeah.
say anything more.
It's too corporate. All of them are too corporate. But Yankee Stadium to me feels a lot more corporate
All right.
than, than all of it. And that's why the air it doesn't feel the same with the as the old Yankee Stadium did.
All right. My number one, I have a bit of a tie.
Mhm.
This is what
Okay.
happens when you wing it and you don't take time to literally think about this.
So what?
My number one, my first number one is Seattle, the 12 man,
Okay.
because that stadium the 12 man. That place is deafening. And my other number one is the soon to be new Highmark Stadium, or what used to be Ralph Wilson Stadium,
Okay.
Buffalo, because I've always say this about Buffalo Bills fan. And Nate Moser, this is for you, buddy. You guys have passion.
Hmm.
You guys have passion. And that stadium, I've seen it on TV when they're getting loud and they hear the hey, 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 hey. That is just absolutely amazing. Um, and and I would love to go to a Bills game one day, but it's like I told you that story when I was at that wedding last month. It was during a Bills game, and there were a lot of Bills fans there because my buddy went to school in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And we had to watch, and we were all watching the game on our phones because apparently the mother of the bride told the venue to not have the game on.
Right.
It's 2026. We have these things called smartphones.
Mhm.
But yeah, but no, the Buffalo fans are passionate, and I'm sure going to games with them and what I've seen on TV, it seems like absolutely a good time. All
Yeah.
right, so that's our top five.
Yeah. By the way, honorable mention, the Big House, Michigan Stadium.
Oh, awesome. You know what? Honorable mention for me, Notre Dame Stadium.
Okay.
Because you know those. And I haven't been there, but I went to a Notre Dame game in Vegas because the crowd there was just as crazy. And during like the end of the third quarter, the band plays Tchaikovsky's 1812 over, like da 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 da, and when they get to the dun 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 dun, the crowd does this. If for those of you who are doing the audio, they put their fingers as W, win.
Yeah.
So yeah, okay. Well, I guess that's our show.
We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you. Sorry for the slow Friday. Um, it's tough out there.
But it's a good
It'll
transition
get
into the weekend.
it'll get easier. Just a programming note. We will definitely have a show Monday. Not sure about next Friday.
That's
So
up in the air right now.
we'll figure it out. However we want to do it.
We'll let you know.
We appreciate you. We love you. We thank you for always joining us. SIP on SIN, sponsored as always by the Dugout of Millwood. And the countdown to 500.
It continues.
Bye.
For all of us, stay safe, take care, have a good weekend. We'll see you on Monday.